from the stream.
He's like 80 pound one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's I love that guy. We're gonna get Thank you. I gotta say thanks so much for joining us. You got myself, Chris, and Billy on this. We love everybody. That's the other list.
All right, what's happening out there, guys? It's Friday night cash game poker here at Best Bet Jacksonville. We've got a very exciting game tonight. We've got 10-25, no limit hold'em, no max cash game. Let's get in the game. First hand of the night, Poker Bunny picking up pocket eights under the gun. Coming in for a 3X. Nice little easy 3X to 75. First hand, Hunter picking up 7-6 suited here on the button. And we're going to a flop. You got myself, Dustin Shocklock, my main man, Johnny Pham in the booth.
What up, guys? What is up? Look at this lineup.
I'm so excited for this game. I'm glad you guys are all here.
We got special guest Poker Bunny, who I met out in South Florida, lives in Vegas now, is a high stakes cash game crusher. And she came out to play in our live stream tonight.
Yeah, that's huge. I love bringing in people from out of town that have never played on the stream before. We got a couple of the regs. We got the Poker Bunny there in the 8th seat. We got George buying in for 30K. Got a pile of flags in front of him. It's going to be a great game. Hunter gets checked to by Poker Bunny. She's going to call here with the 2 8s, 10s and 8s with a deuce. First hand of the night, a little bit of action. Already almost 500 in the middle.
Yeah, Hunter loses all the equity after that jack of hearts. Poker Bunny now with the check mark.
Hunter knows that he's potentially drawing dead. I thought he might put in a bet there, but he's going to try to pick up a 6 or a 7. Hopefully catch up. That's a bad card for Hunter. Everything gets there.
Also a bad card for Poker Bunny. She's going to be in check call mode in this spot, I think, unless she's going to try to get something value.
G-Dice says 36-5 with no quads for the line. I'm going to take the under, unfortunately. G-Dice, you're my man, but I'm going to take the under. Under 36-5.
We got some chatters out there who are fans of Poker Bunny. What's up? A couple of new faces I see out in the YouTube chat.
A couple of chat regs trickling in. I see Nick from Yuma. I see a couple of the Facebook regs. Sean Hunter, Michael Ketterman. What's up? Hartman, 80 in the Twitch chat. Said I should be proud bought in for 150 instead of 100. There you go. We see Poker Bunny here gets the check mark, but that's a pretty bad run out. There's 3.5 overcards on the board, and Hunter's going to bomb the river for 350 here. Hunter thinking this is the only way he can win the hand.
Yeah, the only way. You can't really check in that spot. A lot of scare cards came through, and first hand of the night, Poker Bunny is going to muck the winning hand. But it's kind of hard, you know. She's brand new to the stream, brand new to the table, so she's trying to get a feel for the game. It's not an awful fold.
All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for joining us. We hope you guys are ready for a spicy lineup. We got George in the mix. We got Hunter in the mix. We got John O there in the 2 seat. We got this new guy in the 1 seat that I don't know, Poker Bunny from Las Vegas, joining us in the 8 seat. John O picking up pocket jacks here. Second hand of the night. There it goes. Bump it up, makes it 100 to go. Hunter in the cutoff. Suited gappers picks up 10-8 suited. Looks like he's going to put the 3-bet on him. That gets Toby to fold the 5-6 suited. Poker Bunny to fold the ace tray suited. Pocket jack's way too strong of a hand here for John to ever fold. The question is, does he 4-bet? They're both pretty deep. As you can see, they both started the hand about 5K deep.
I see a 4-bet chips coming out now. Gonna smash it for 15.75.
John basically committing himself here. Puts in 30% of his stack. And Hunter snap folds. Hunter's been involved in 2 pots, 1 for 1 so far. Win 1, lose 1. Probably about even so far.
Yeah. A couple of thanks for to John O and also Hunter. They help us out on the hand of the weeks, giving us their excellent analytical commentary. So look into the future with a new hand of the weeks with analytics from them.
That's right. We got a new one we just finished up featuring John O coming your way soon. Got a couple in the archives featuring my man Hunter Sitchy there in the 6th seat. It's really fun to do those and get a little bit of an insight into the minds of these high-stakes crushers.
All right, new player to the game, KK.
KK's action guy. Glad he's in the game. Makes for a spicy stream. 5-4 suited, first hand of the night. KK came in for 5K. Thought about it. Looks like just about everyone came in for about 5K except for George, who came in for 30K, and is now opening 4 tray offsuit on the button. It's going to work. He's going to pick up the blinds. Johnny, here's the question. How long do you think before the straddles and the restraddles start, it becomes 10, 25, 50, 100?
When George gets stuck about 10 or 15,000.
That's okay,
easily.
Fair.
Running around the table, we didn't talk about Mark Zulo. Mark Zulo is a tournament crusher. He actually won a series event down in Vegas, circuit event number. Actually, he won it in 2020, 3250 high roller 8-handed event number 9, and this was a circuit event at the Hard Rock. He got first for 89K.
Oh wow, man, it's hard to win tournaments.
His biggest score was in the main event. Got 53rd.
Wow.
For 156K in 2018.
Wow, that's over 200K in two events. That's huge. Look at these raggedy hands these guys are playing. It's going to be a fun night. We got KK versus George. George has position. George opening up ace, deuce, offsuit. Gets called in 2 spots. Hits the flop. Wow. Runs out a full house. Might get a call from KK here. George checked all 3 streets, bet the river. Might get a call out of KK. KK also has a full house. If you've ever watched KK play, you know he does not like to fold. KK does make the fold. George going to pick up a quick 1K there in the middle.
Nick from Yuma, definitely a more of an advantage to yourself being on George's left. You don't want to be on George's right, most definitely. Especially you haven't played it with him before.
Yeah, it's not going to take her long to figure out what she's up against. You know, George is in every hand. That's why he's so dangerous to play against. He plays every hand. Hunter picking up ace, tray suited, early position. Gonna come in for a raise here, makes it 75 to go. Gets through Toby. George picking up a queen 10 off, makes the call. Action on Poker Bunny. 6 tray in the muck. Joey on the button with Jack 8. Not gonna make the call. Mark gets priced in out of the big blind, and we're going 3 ways to the flop.
George with the gut shot straight draw. I think 7 of hearts on the turn does give Hunter the nut flush draw.
That card actually gives Mark a little bit of equity too. He's got to draw to the 6. Hunter's trying to figure out what to do with this hand in this spot, if he can raise or if that looks too weird. I think if you raise in this spot, it's kind of like playing your hand face up, and Mark does get there. Gets the 9 high straight. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, right on the river. Goes for a slight overbet, about 1.2x, and gets the snap fold from Hunter. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. 10-25, no limit hold'em, deep stack cash, Dustin Shacklock, Johnny Pham in the booth. Friday night action. How much money do you think we have on the table here? About 80K? Maybe a little more?
30, 40, 50, 60, about 65, 70.
Okay, I'll take it. Just a casual 3,000 big blind game. Damn it, Cletus, using the Meetup game handle in the chat. We're going to talk more about the Meetup game. Don't worry. We're getting really excited. Johnny and I were just setting some lines between the two of us. This time, Mark with the pocket eights. Going to make the call here.
Seven give both players a little bit of equity. Bet 25. KK makes the call.
Mark's going to take down 2 in a row here. Dad Bowler says, any new mask policy rules coming soon? I haven't heard anything. Nothing to my knowledge. That's going to kind of come way down the pipeline, and it hasn't yet.
I feel it coming, though. I think South Florida and all of their venues have made masks optional, and they took down all of their partitions. So I think we're going on the straight and narrow to the right route, and I feel like, I'll say June, July, somewhere around there. But that's my own personal opinion.
Not confirmed. June, July, not confirmed. Storytime 11. This is in Jacksonville, Florida. Best bet, Jacksonville. This time, Mark raising the button with ace-4 suited and Hunter defending out of the big with jack-5 of diamonds. Mark's going to flop top pair on the all-heart run out and get the snap fold out of Hunter. Here we go. Now things are heating up. KK coming in with a button straddle for 50, so it's going to start with Hunter in the small blind, and it's going to be 50 to go. That's an interesting thing because it effectively cuts the stack sizes in half, which makes everyone playing about 100 bigs deep, except for George. But like we said, everyone came in for about 5K. So now effectively they're playing 25-50 with 5K stacks. Except nobody has a hand. KK's going to get a walk. Wow, Jack Trey. KK gets the walk in the straddle.
All right, guys, a couple of details for the meetup game. I don't think anybody has found out what time do we start, except for if you looked up on social media, but we are going to be starting at 2 o'clock on Sunday, playing 1-3 normal hold-on between myself, Allie, and Dustin. A couple of deals from the room, that deal in the live stream. So we're going to play 1-3 with the 1 to 500 buy-in.
Don't forget about Jordan and Adonis. Jordan and Adonis also will be there. Myself, Johnny Pham, Ali McDeal, Jordan Spina, and Adonis Lane. Dustin off red chips for you guys, for the people.
KK gonna flop 2 pair.
Top 2, a good spot to be when George flops a pair. Diamond on the turn, gonna slow the action down a little bit. Oh wow, and George rivers 2 pair. Here we go. George goes for about a pot-sized bet.
Snap call from KK, gonna pick up some chips. Profit of $885.
KK with the snap there.
Jesse the Boss in the house in our Twitch chat, checking out the game.
That Bowler says, are we guaranteed to win in the meetup game? That depends on whose table you sit at. If you sit at mine or Johnny's, I don't know. That's tough to say.
If you sit with me and Dustin at the same table, you're likely to make money.
That's true. Jordan and Adonis probably a little bit more of a flip. Joey picking up 5-6 suited here under the gun. Just going to come in for the limp for 25. You don't see that very often in a game of this stakes. You don't see the under the gun limp. That's usually something that happens in the smaller stakes game. That's going to give George incentive to come in with King 10 off. Poker Bunny's going to get a look down at 9-10. I'm sorry, King 9 suited.
I feel a raise coming out 3-bet. A lot of dead money in the pot. Might as well go for it.
The under the gun limp is always strange in any game. It always like sets off red flags in my brain. You know.
Yeah, here it comes. Here comes a little 3-bet in the small blind. Going to raise to 150.
I don't think it's going to work just because everyone has reasonable hands. They just played them kind of strange pre-flop. All right, she got through George. That's huge. She's still got to play out of position against Joey, who does flop a pair. Post-flop play, so there's going to be some spicy spots at the meetup game. You better believe it. Looks like Poker Bunny's going to check the flop, and Joey's going to hammer it here, 250 into 350. Joey's going to take that one down with a pair of fives. Good. So, guys, the plan is to make this the first of many meetup games. Hopefully it's something that will be successful. We can continue to do it in the future. And in the future, we would like to book them far enough out to where some of you guys that are in other areas, other markets, can make travel arrangements and be there, you know. That's the whole point. We want to get you guys in the game. We want to meet you guys and hang out with you guys and bluff you guys and then trade stories later on.
Yeah, definitely. Make sure to have some questions out for us. We're more than glad to fill you guys in how the live stream's doing, what we do back here, poker in general, life in general.
Yeah, we're excited. It's very cool. Something new to do. Something fun. Back to the action here. It's going to start on Mark. Got to get those. Got to get those cards in the box. There we go. Jack 10 offsuit under the gun, in the muck. KK is going to limp the 8-7 off. Toby hadn't played a hand yet since he sat down. Gets through George in the cutoff, and Poker Bunny looks down at Queen 10 offsuit. She's going to pitch it. Joey's going to make the call with Queen 6 off. John's going to get the free roll out of the big. 3 ways to the flop. Joey with a big diamond and a pair in his hand out of the small blind. Guy Turner says the Bo dumped the masks last week for the players, not for the employees. I get it. Kevin Walls, swinging by the Twitch chat. What's up, buddy? Says KK might tighten up a little bit. Yeah, he's tightened up a little bit so far, but it's still early. Nobody's stuck yet. Wait till some people start getting stuck. Then we'll start pushing some pots. I promise. YouTube regs in the chat. I see Bob. I see Nick from Yuma. All you guys trickling in. What's up? Shout out to you guys. I know that you guys are usually the ones that are the furthest away, so we wish you guys could be there for the meetup game, but you guys will have to make the next one.
We'll definitely have to make it a thing. If it kind of catches ground, then we'll definitely try to have these games a little more often. And on our travels, when we were in Vegas, maybe we'll try the little meetup game there.
That would be cool. Maybe during the series. You guys let us know in the chat who's thinking about going to the series this year. I'm sure Johnny and I, maybe the boss man, will all be out there at some point or another.
And it's the first time in ever that it's being held in the fall rather than the summer. So
I like it in the fall.
I'm
pro fall WSOP. Post-play meetup game sign-up list via email, or no, it's just going to be first come, first serve. Show up at the card room, throw your name on the list, and, you know, we're going to run it, call it down like a normal game. We'll probably call all 5 games simultaneously, so if we have a big list, everyone will get a seat. If not, we'll start games and then spread out as we need to. Big turn card here for John O. Turns a straight draw and the nut flush draw. Kevin, I think we're just going to have like a normal rotation of dealers. I don't know if it's going to be a closed rotation or if it's going to go rotate throughout the whole room. I don't have the answer. Dat Bowler, to my knowledge, no WSOP satellite schedules so far. I'm going to lean towards no, but that's not confirmed.
race to 75. 8 points.
But the WSOP satellite is pretty sick.
Yeah, I wish we were having it, but because of we're just coming out of the post-COVID protocols, I think we're gonna try to forego this year and plan for next year.
Does Poker Bunny really have Jack 5 offsuit?
Race to 2 and a few. 1 point.
Yeah, she does, making a play at it.
Against the guy that hasn't played a hand so far the whole game. I know, here's the thing, guys. I know sometimes we think the cards look crazy. Every once in a while, it reads cards wrong. It's also possible she just has Jack 5 offsuit.
And unfortunately in this spot, Toby does flop a set.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. W Lamb in the chat says maybe she's got Jack Jack and the cards read it wrong. That does happen occasionally. Every once in a while we'll see something that's totally out of line, and then I'll talk to the person afterwards and be like, oh man, I had kings. Like, I didn't have 9-4. So that could be the case here. Either way, she's in a really bad spot with Jack Jack or Jack 5 off. I'm leaning a little more towards Jack Jack. What do you think, Johnny?
No, I think she has the Jack 5.
You think she's got the Jack 5 offsuit? She's just trying to punish Toby one time? Got a live read? Toby flopping middle set here with the 7s and just piles it on her.
Guys, just for the TV, I misread one of my cards. I thought.
Oh no, she said, did you misread the card?
I've never seen cards that look like this before. It's not, okay, guys, please.
I think she's talking to all the people watching the stream. She misread her hand. I think she had.
I did not see, okay, I looked twice because I thought the jack looked here. And but I thought I saw a jack.
You just blasted it with Jack 3 there or something?
It was a number. It looks like a jack, I swear. Then I looked again once.
Then she was like, well, I gotta bet the flop now.
I was gonna get a check out of everybody. That's awesome. So, not much for her, but
okay, that checks out. Now it makes a little more sense.
That's cute.
What I was worried about something like this would happen.
That makes a lot more sense. The cards look weird. The cards are a little different to play with, and I think she thought she had Jack Jack, but she had Jack 5 off. At least the best part is at least Toby piled it on the flop and let her know that she was no good, and so she could get away from it. Because if he just calls there, she probably has to keep. What if she turns a jack in that spot? You know?
Or what if she never checks it? Oh, well, she's gotta check it again. But what if she never checked it and played the hand all the way through, thinking she had jacks?
And she gets to the river, and she's like tables Jack 5. She's like Jack Jack, and everyone at the game is like, "Ooh, no, that's Jack 5."
But yeah, that's gotta be a crushing feeling when you misread your hand, especially in a big pot like that.
I mean, if you've never looked down and misread your hand, you haven't played enough poker. Believe that.
That is also correct.
If you haven't misread your hand, and luckily she caught it on the flop. If you've never gotten to the river with the wrong 2 cards, you haven't played enough poker.
Yeah, I've misread my hand. I also misclicked my bets quite often to know.
Yeah,
that
who
it
hasn't,
does happen.
man? Yeah,
and it's embarrassing also too. But you gotta get a chuckle out of it.
it's pretty funny actually. The card faces do look a little different from standard Copeg or faded spade cards.
They do.
So I could see how she could make that mistake.
Don't worry about it. I don't think
It's pretty funny actually. Look at this hand we got brewing though. John O in there with the 10-8 suited after Joey raised. Hunter picking up ace king of hearts in the small blind. He's going to mash it here for 450. Toby looking down at ace deuce suited. I think this bet's definitely going to thin the field. Joey's got the queen jack off. He's going to pitch it. John O going to pitch it. That's only going to leave KK, and he's going to get out of the way. 10-8 suited in the muck twice.
Sometimes, every now and then, the card reader is wrong, when it shows it. So, I mean, there's a chance it might show it.
For me. He says that. He's embarrassed he folded 18 to 1 raise of mine.
Yeah. I wouldn't fold 18 to 5 raises of yours.
John O saying that it's possible that the card readers might actually say she had Jack Jack. No, it said Jack 5. We were all very confused, but we figured it out. It happens. pretty funny. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Strawman joining the YouTube chat. What's up? Nick from you says Toby looks like he belongs in an art exhibit. He looks like an art. Yeah, you guys make sure to hit the like button on whatever platform you're watching on. That helps the stream out immensely. Tune in for more funny poker stuff. John O picking up Queen 10 suited, makes it 100 out of middle position here. Toby out of the way. George out of the way. John's going to take that one down. No action. We do have a little bit of a list for this game. If anybody's watching in the area, wants to get in the action, swing by. Put your name on the list. Like I said, we got to wait for a couple people to get stuck in the game, but then it's going to get very juicy. We just brought my man John O'Neill there in the 2-seat back in the booth to do a hand of the week. And in the hand of the week, it was a spot where George was stuck like a ton of money. And he said, when George gets stuck, he likes to play what I call animal poker. So hopefully we'll get to see some of that tonight. Mark opening up the 9-10 suited under the gun +2. This one might get through the field. George might defend from the small blind here with king tray of diamonds. He's going to pitch it. Poker Bunny gets to close the action with queen jack off out of the big. She's going to let it go. Mark's going to take that one down with 10 high. Kevin Thiel's got a good point. Says she livened up the game. She got everyone joking and laughing and having fun. Sometimes that's all it takes. This is a pretty fun lineup. Johnny and I have been excited about this game all week. Happy it materialized.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time we had a 10 1/4 game.
It's been a while. It's probably been since Russ was in the game.
Stress-free? You didn't see what Brian did to him? You think that's stress-free? You were tranquil that day, honestly. You looked pretty zen. Brian stuffed for less than what he raised for.
Hunter opening up his 3-bet frequency. King 6 of diamonds now, 3-bet at 300.
Okay.
Oh, gets a call out of KK with 10-9 off.
Here we go. Hunter and KK have probably put in some reps. Hunter knows that king 6 of diamonds. Oh, wow.
Oh, no.
This is a really interesting spot because Hunter should never have a 6 in his range here. So what does he do? I think I'm going to go with bet small, very small.
Yeah.
Goes for less than 30% pot. Gets snap called out of KK with the 2 overs. Queen of clubs, not very good for KK's hand. Hunter, I think, probably going to try to punish him here in case KK caught up a little bit. There's 1035 in the middle. Hunter flopped 3 of a kind after 3-betting the king 6 suited. Hunter just praying that KK was floating with a hand like ace queen, king queen. There it goes. Hunter going to pile 1,200 into 1050. Unfortunately, KK's not going to be able to call. Hunter's going to take down a nice pot after 3-betting the king 6 of diamonds.
That was a productive minute. Glad we had that conversation, guys.
All right, guys, we're approaching the end of May. Card Player Poker Tour Series is going to be starting here in about 2 weeks. Opening event on the 17th. $500 buy-in MTT with a main event of $2,500.
I'm excited for that one. That's the first full series we've had since we've been back from COVID. The first tour, I should say. Not the first series, but the first tour we've had since we've been back from COVID. Dale Gresham says, where is Russ? I'm not sure. I feel like if Russ was here, there's no chance he would miss this game. I don't know where he is. Yeah, you guys don't downplay Poker Bunny's skills. She can play. Johnny met her in the 510 streets. You know, she plays big. She's playing 10 1/4. She got 5K in front of her.
Yeah, I was in South Florida with Dustin playing 510, and I saw her wearing her bunny ears. I didn't know her at the time, but she was playing all the bigger games every night that we were there. And we finally got into a table together, and kind of liked the way she played, and invited her to the stream. She actually lives in Las Vegas right now, trying to make her own vlogs. So as her content comes out, just look her up again, Poker Bunny.
Thanks for watching, guys. 10 1/4 Friday night cash game, high stakes, best bet Jacksonville. Smash the like button. Dustin Shacklock and Johnny Pham in the booth. A couple minutes away from looking at some stats here. It's been kind of slow so far, but it's still early. We've only been live for about 45 minutes, so this game will get lit, I promise. George with pocket sevens makes it 125 in the straddle pot. I like it. A little bit of a smaller sizing from George in the straddle pot. Mark's going to defend here with pocket deuces. KK's in there with the king jack off. KK just flops top two as Mark flops bottom set. A 7 on the turn would be the sickest. Oh, thought that was going to do it. This pot might get big. KK's going to bet 250 into 375. George going to pitch the pocket sevens, and Mark here with bottom set. Got a smooth call. Oh, George folded too soon.
No. Way too soon.
That's a fairly wet board. Everything gets there on the river. I'm not sure we'd see all the chips go in, but we'd definitely see some chips go in.
I think KK's going to go big in this spot. Well, the heart does hit, so.
The hearts hit. Ace queen gets there. Queen 9 gets there.
Yeah. Top two. It always hurts to get stung with top two, but he does go big.
He does go big. Mark goes for a little bit of pot control there just with the call. Sees top two, shows bottom set, and Mark's going to pick up a nice one there. 100 bigs in the middle. Nice little flop with bottom set. George seeing that he would have rivered middle set, and it would have been good.
Yeah, that could have easily been a 5K pot.
That could have easily been a big one.
Floated the turn there.
Nick from Yuma says, where's the rest of the pot? Yeah, like we said, it got kind of wet there at the end, like ace queen gets there, all the hearts come in. KK was the straddle. He could have literally had anything. I guess he used a little cap there in that spot as the straddle, but he could still have the queen 9s. He could still have the ace queens.
George going to race to 100 with ace king. No action.
Jeff Flowers, stats coming soon. Top and bottom of the hour. We'll get you some stats. But in the meantime, we're going to plug this. Look at this. 1-3, no limit hold'em, meetup game. Featuring the Best Bet Live crew. Come get some of these free red chips.
Hey, George really just got Bitcoin. He started playing on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Now Bitcoin's down. I see the pattern.
A little troll from John, from George. Not seeing George in the cash games in a while.
John needle-eating George over crypto. That's one thing I never thought I would see. George going to open it up here with pocket deuces. Makes it 100 to go. A little 4X action. Jono trying to sting him one time with the pocket 8s. Ooh, Mark on the button with Jack. Some dead money out there. Put in that squeeze one time.
Goes for a 6X.
Goes for 6X. These guys are all super deep. I'm not sure that 6X is going to get it done. Now John O's getting a good price. That's the problem with not going big, is once one of them calls, the other one gets the price, you know? Wow, John O just flops middle set like a boss. Mark does have the jack of clubs in his hand. He also has some backdoor straight equity as well. They could come 9 queen. Man, Jono just leads right out into the field. This is why John's so sick. He knows exactly where he's at. I think he feels like he's up against an overpair. Oh! No. Oh, wow. Jono's smart, though. He knows that that jack could also be very bad for him. I wouldn't be surprised to see a check out of Jono here.
Nah, I think he may want to bet to see where he's at. But he's, what's that, 2, 3? Oh, he's all in.
Oh,
yeah.
Rip it gets snapped. Okay, I guess we're not going to see a check out of Jono here.
But they're going to run it twice.
Wow, Mark turns the 2 outer on Jono. It's not very often you see John in these spots. They are going to run it twice for a sick one. Only 11,000 in the pot, G-Dice. The under still good. Wow, Mark's going to pick up a big one off John O there.
John, first to get stacked in the game. However, he's going to go ahead and reload.
We don't see that happen to John O very often.
Pretty standard spot, though, when John does get it in. He usually flops a monster.
Yeah, you don't see John O's chips go in very often without the best of it. Not that he's tight. He just, like, you don't see him play for stacks without being, you know, without having a pretty good hand. James Kelly says cooler. Yeah, pretty big cooler there, right on the turn. Bink.
Yeah, that was 100%
Bink's 2
cooler.
out. Pretty hard to put him on 9-7 or queen 9 there. Also kind of hard to get away from the 8s. I thought John might check that turn, but he didn't. He just piles it. Runs right into it. Unfortunate. G-Dice says it's still early. You're right. We could still see the 36K pot.
Yeah, we're only an hour in, guys. So
only an hour in. We're going to take a look at some stats after this hand.
that was a 10K pot, so.
It was an 11K pot. Toby getting after it here with Queen 9 offsuit, playing into his image a little bit. KK's going to look him up with the bottom end of a gut shot. Turn goes check, check. Toby's going to get the check mark here with Queen High. James Kelly said, that hurt my stomach. Yeah, that was a sick one.
Yeah, that was definitely a kick to the stomach.
John goes from worse to first, back to worse. Run it twice, can't improve. That's it. Toby's going to take that one down. So far in the game after that big cooler, I'm glad we waited to look at it. Mark's up 8,200. Jono stuck 200 bigs. KK stuck a little bit. George stuck. Poker Bunny stuck after the Jack 5 misclick. Everyone else hovering right about even. No surprise there. Everything looks pretty standard.
Yeah, George not up by a big margin in his VPIP. KK right up there.
Ramon in the Facebook chat. Shout out to you. Thanks for watching from Texas. G-Dice says if two more get stacked, then we'll have 3 or 4 with about 12K, and then we can play a 36K pot. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Queen, queen, king flop. 2 hearts here for KK. He's going to lead right out. I think he bets 100 into 75. That's going to be good. Takes it down. Bryson asking about the mask mandate. So we don't have a mask mandate in Jacksonville. It's up to the businesses, and it's our business decision as of now to keep the masks. We have no plan of taking it down anytime soon that I'm aware of. So as for now, it's masks until further notice. Shout out to all the YouTube chat regs starting to trickle in. You guys mashed the like button one time. It's Friday night. Let's get weird.
John O with the mystery hand, gonna make it a hundy.
We got a like an import sedan on the table right now. You know, we're playing for a BMW. All right, going 3 ways. KK gonna call with the ace-8 of clubs. Joey's in there with the 10 tray suited. What did John O add on for? Another 5K? I'm surprised.
Like it.
I'm surprised he didn't go bigger, to be honest. Especially with position on George after losing the big one to Mark there.
Still pretty early. I'm pretty sure you won't want to be the shortest stack in the game.
Yeah, John O and George, that's usually part of their strategy. They like to have everyone covered. You can't win the most chips if you don't have the most chips. You know what I'm saying? That's my motto.
Yeah, you gotta put him in the meat press with that max buy-in.
That's it. The old George Wolf strat. W. Lamb says you also can't lose the most chips. Yeah, but we don't think. Who thinks like that?
Got a nice pot brewing here. Hunter gonna 3-bet with ace-10 diamonds. Poker Bunny now looking at pocket 6s.
Wow, gets out of the way with the 6s. Have to play the whole hand out of position against the opener. Not really the best spot to just cold call with 6s.
What
Look
I'm
at
noticing-
Hunter. Look at Hunter just flopping it every time he 3-bets. What a sicko.
I think what I'm noticing is Poker Bunny is playing really straight GTO strat. She's making very kind of specific lines that GTO kind of calls for.
Well, this spot makes sense. It's kind of hard to just call with 6s there with the pre-flop razor behind you because Mark could very easily just squeeze her out of the pot, you know?
Yep. Ooh, Mark with the raise to 800.
Mark just not believing that Hunter could ever have a 10 in this spot. MJ Sydney Aussie, turn down the NBA volume so I could hear this. I like your style. Big game tonight, 10 1/4. We got guys check raising with pocket 5s.
Looks like Hunter's gonna go big here. Try to just get it in if he has a flush draw.
I think Hunter just min clicked him there. Mark makes it 800. It looks like Hunter just min clicks him to 16. So and if you can see on the top right side of the screen, it says Mark has 2 outs, but when one of them is shaded like that, it means that somebody folded one of them. So we know Mark's only drawing to 1 out. Wow, not a fun spot to be in if you're Mark. Trying to rep the 10. Hunter's got the 10. Hunter's not supposed to have the 10. He's the one that's got more 10s in his range. He just thinks that Hunters can't have it, I guess. Ed Astix says, took down 400 in the high hand today. Congrats, buddy. That's huge. MJ Sydney says, Poker Bunny is back. I played with her in Sydney.
A little love for Poker Bunny in the Twitch chat.
I guess she makes moves.
They say that she used to stream.
Oh, that's cool. A fellow streamer in the mix. Aaron Newman says, hi from Myrtle Beach. I was there a few months ago, and it's a great room. Thank you. We appreciate that. It's You know, put a lot of hard work and time into it, so we appreciate it. Hunter bets 1,100 here. I think Mark's just going to have to give it up. I think there's some merit to trying to peel the 5 there one time.
Yeah, maybe he's feeling sticky and trying to put Hunter in a flush draw.
Yeah, but there's just like, there's so many hands that he can have here. He's never really supposed to have the 10. There's only a few 10x combos that he would do it with, you know? But even so, you're still losing to the rest of his hands. You're still losing to aces, kings, queens, jacks, 9s. Maybe Mark thinks that if Hunter is doing this with like a big flush draw and Mark binks what he thinks is still the live 5 of spades, he would get all the money.
Is Hunter's stack correct? He's only got 2K behind? That can't be right.
I don't think it is, actually. He bet 1,100. It could be, actually. It said he was only up about 700.
Okay, yeah.
He had like started with 5K. They give him like 5,700. He 3-bet pre. He min-clicked it on the flop, and now he bet another 1,100. It could be right.
Yeah, for some reason I thought he had bought in bigger. But I forgot that Mark had just doubled up through John. That's why his stack is so big. Is Mark gonna think about hero in this?
I think Hunter's trying to set it up so he can easily get stacks in on the river. El Bandito says it's never a bluff. I think Hunter could have some bluffs here. Most players, no. But I think Hunter could definitely have some bluffs in this spot. Nice hand, Hunter. Just 3-bets and just smashes the flop. 3-bets ace-10 suited. Gets the dream flop. Gets a guy to check raise you.
Yeah, get some great value, guys, with pocket 5s.
Gets a guy to check raise you and then call your raise, almost drawing dead with 7% equity in the hand. Nice hand by Hunter. Scoops a nice pot. Doesn't even have to get the showdown to do it. That's always a good feeling. Justin Lau says flying in from Michigan to play on the live stream. Cool, man. The 16th and the 18th. Very cool.
Oh, man. Hunter pocket queens now.
Man, this dude cannot lose.
Toby, ace-5 suited. Juicy, juicy.
Toby says this is getting out of line.
Oh, what?
Toby says this is getting out of line, but I guess he believes him. I guess he's going to wait for a better spot.
Yeah, 4-bet from Hunter.
El Bandito, thank you, man. Thanks for watching. Give us a like, a follow, whatever you can. Anything helps.
Looks like Joey's going to look him up with King 10 suited.
Let's do it.
All right, sorry, the graphics are, I think, slowing down here. Flop, 6-6-7.
Pretty good flop when you have pocket queens. Joey's going to lead right out for a little less than half pot. Vancouver says Hunter is a beast. Yeah, Hunter's pretty well studied, does some of his own coaching on the side. He's not the guy you want to mix it up with a pair of 5s in a 4-bet pot. Nick from Humor says if this was MPA Jam, Hunter would be on fire. That's right. Joey's going to pile it here. Bets 1,200. I don't know if he's trying to rep a 6 or a 7, but it doesn't really matter in this spot. They both get there. MJ Sidney says it shouldn't work. I don't think it's going to work either. Hunter pretty confidently makes the call here with 2 black queens.
Oh, smashes the river. Queens full.
Well, it doesn't particularly matter because Joey was bluffing anyway, but let's see if we can get all the chips in here.
Yeah, also
the old same bet trick. The old same bet trick is a very weird one. Scott says he cold called pre, so no 6s and no 7s. That's kind of what I was thinking also.
Yeah, tough spot for Joey. Gonna triple.
Hunter says
triple barrel it, and
we're going to find out if you have a 6 or a 7. Joey been pretty snug all night. Finally tries to fire one into Hunter. Says he can't keep 3-betting every hand. Somebody's got to take a stand. Somebody's got to play back at him. And this time, the one time Hunter has it, he's got the goods.
yeah, the triple barrel YOLO unfortunately does not
never
work in
works.
spot, no.
Why does it ever work? It's so fun. How come it never works?
Triple barrel YOLO.
Joey does the Hollywood fold. You know you're folding king high as soon as Hunter says all in. In the muck. Julian says there's only one combo of 6-7 available. This time KK with the straddle here under the gun, making it 50 to go. Let's up the ante a little bit. Now we're playing 10, 25, 50. Action's going to start on Hunter, who's on a pretty big heater so far over the past 5 hands. George's going to pick up big slick, make it 225 to go. Poker Bunny with 2 10s. George is never folding this hand.
Well, neither is Poker Bunny.
If she 3-bets this hand, they might play for stacks. Damocletus says, let's play a big one. Let's do it. Poker Bunny finally picks up a hand, and it's at just the worst time. Poker Bunny 3-bets to 575, leaving herself about 3,400 behind. George got 28K in front. 885 in the middle. Effective stacks about SPR about 5. George just trying to get it all in now. I thought he might do that. I thought that might be the play.
It always makes it interesting when they ask who you are when they read that. You gotta wonder what was said about you.
Nick says George goes to 4-bet City here. Yeah, I think he does it. With her stack, I think he goes to 4-bet City 100% of the time.
I doubt the other person was like, he's really tight.
Unfortunately, George hasn't played a ton of hands to showdown tonight, so I'm not sure if Poker Bunny really knows how George plays. She might be giving him too much credit. Unfortunately, George does have a really strong hand, but typical George, I think this could be a snap call with 2 10s.
Yeah, and they can run it twice, so it makes it a little bit easier call. And she does make the call.
You run the board one. You have the option to run the whole board. This is 5,000. Yeah.
All right, looks like Poker Bunny is going to elect to run it twice.
Looks like we're going to run it twice. Pocket 10s versus Ace King off.
Looking good so far.
Oh, 10s in the lead for half the pot. She might get a refund. She might win the whole thing.
Oh,
Lock it up.
Tens.
Lock it up.
Quad tens. Oh,
Quad
no. She
tens.
kind of wasted one of her outs on that first board. She just needs to fade.
She just got to hold. She just got to hold.
Hold for the second run out.
Oh, nope. George gets there. She's going to get half the pot back.
Yeah.
I don't think she realized that was a flag that went in.
Yeah, I think she did say that.
George has Ace King. Poker Bunny has quads. They're actually going to both pick up a little bit of dead money from the middle. A big blind or so. A big and a small. Take it back.
Hey, just switch the 10 and the 7.
Yeah, just switch the 10 and the 7. Give her a set on both boards. So George piles it there pre-flop. You think that's part of the strategy of running it twice, like just piling it, knowing that you can run it twice?
Definitely.
Definitely, right? Trick Ross says best bet rake wins. Not true. It's a time rake game. They pay the same to do whatever they want either way. So best bet makes the same amount of money no matter if they run it one time or 1,000 times. We would never rake the pot twice for letting them run it twice. That doesn't even make sense. So best bet takes the same rake regardless of how many times they run it. And they chop it up. Chop, chop. George gets it in with ace, king. Makes it look easy. A cool 6K just slides in with ace, king. Poker Bunny accidentally makes the call. Runs out quads on the first board. Good for half the pot. Only needs to fade an ace or king on the second run out. Can't do it.
Yeah, I think she's still kind of settling in. It's a little bit intimidating playing the live stream for the first time.
A little intimidating playing this big on the live stream for the first time, you know?
Also true.
Like I said, we're playing for an import sedan. This time Mark picking up pocket aces. Mark got 13K in front of him. Going to use that stack size to his advantage and go a little bit on the bigger side. Piles it for 450 over the limpers. Ooh, Toby's going to set mine a little bit with pocket fours. Toby not quite as deep, only about 200 bigs in front of him. Joey in the mix with pocket fives. Joey's only got like 1,600 back. He's going to rip with pocket fives. This is a weird spot for Mark. What do you do? Do you just call to keep Toby in the mix?
I think I just call.
This casino, this is a poker room in Jacksonville, Florida. Alex O says, I bet she wishes it wasn't run twice. Sure, when you could, hindsight, definitely. But Mark in the Hollywood tank, real quick. Mark's going to rip it here. That's going to squeeze Toby out. We're going to go aces versus fives. Looks like we're going to run it twice. Aces versus fives.
He goes, goddamn, I usually win both boards on the flip. I'm fucking you for the time.
Mark scoops the first one. And it looks like we're going to run a second one here. Mark scoots the first board. Looks like he's going to scoop the second one. Yep, aces in the lead. Aces good. Mark scoops, stacks another player. Mark 2 for 2 in all-in pots so far tonight. Joey couldn't catch up on either run out with the pocket fives. MG City, that's a great game. Type in a Florida man and your birthday. See what comes up. That's a pretty great game. Yeah, Filthy Squatch. I think that's what was happening. Mark was trying to Hollywood Toby into a call. Thought Toby might have a stronger hand, trying to downplay a little bit.
Is George leaving?
I think George might be so tilted over not winning both boards in typical George fashion. He might have just racked up.
A little curious.
Like, I already can't fold to him. Like, if he was wearing, like, Mickey Mouse ears or something, like... You will pay me off.
Looks like George had somewhere to be. A little tilted over losing half a pot.
Yeah, that was a bit of an anomaly. Usually George is always in there.
George is the guy that will play until his eyeballs bleed. He might still come back, though. I don't know. He might not be gone for good. We're going to run through the list, see if we can pick up some more players in this 10-25 no-limit game. Looks like we lost Joey also. Joey lost his stack to Mark and hit the rail. Nick, George didn't have his glasses on. That's what it was. It threw me for a loop. He hasn't been wearing them all week. It's been very weird. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. 10:25, no limit hold'em, deep stack cash. Quick reminder about the meetup game this Sunday at 2 p.m. at our sister property in Orange Park, Florida. You'll get to mix it up with myself, Johnny Pham, Ali McDeal, Adonis Lane, Jordan Spina. We'll be giving away our own money to you guys. So come get some. Toby opens to 200 here with the ace-queen offsuit. Makes a easy continue, gets through KK on a random board. Sean, yeah, we got a few people on the list. We're going to call them down. Oh, looks like we just picked up Peter there in the 1 seat. Snake Bright, how long does this stream last? We'll run, you know, we'll run for as long as we have views. Usually on the weekend, on the weekdays, we'll run for about 4 hours. On the weekends, we'll usually push it out a little longer to 5, maybe 6 if we have a good game, a lot of views, a lot of likes. Nick says somebody going to get them FAM dollars. The FAM dollars spin so much better than the rest of the dollars. I've been known to get a few FAM dollars in my day. I'm going to see if I can get some more on Sunday. Toby gets one through there with the mystery cards. Sean says, don't want the game to break up early like yesterday. Yeah, that's a bummer when that happens. It's kind of a double-edged sword, like running so many poker streams a week. You know, sometimes you just, like, you can't keep the games full all the time. And then sometimes we have emails for weeks and weeks and weeks, people that can't wait to play. So it's hard to find the happy medium. KK picking up queen 10 of clubs here in the hijack. Makes it 125 to go. Ted Robb says, Poker Bunny keeping that persona in real life. Peter, king 5 suited, gets to close the action, decides not to call. KK is going to take it down with queen 10 of clubs. Sean says he wants Adonis to get stacked by Jack 9. You guys know everyone's going to be trying to play Jack 9 against Adonis. It's going to be pretty funny. Mark's going to bump it up here. Got some mystery cards. Makes it 75 to go. Going to get through Toby and Hunter. Poker Bunny's going to lay down the 10-8 offsuit here on the button. Peter out of the way with the king 6. And John's going to call pocket 9s. Heads up to the flop. John says no set, no bet. Last time he bet a set of pocket 8s. Mark turned a set of pocket jacks, and all the chips went in. This time, John with the quick check fold. You guys make sure to head over to bestbetjacks.com. Check out the tournament schedule. We're going to start satellites into our Card Player Poker Tour events starting next week. The Card Player main will be a $2,500 main event. We're trying to get $1 million in the prize pool. We can't do it without you. I think we're going to get $1 million. I really do. We got so close last time with the 2K buy-in. We were like 40K short or something like that. I think we can get $1 million in the prize pool.
You got the right position. Drinking. And Hunter. Yeah. Action boy. Nicky boy.
Sean says the players got frustrated yesterday due to a loose player and they racked up. If you get frustrated by loose players, if you rack up and leave because of loose players, you're only hurting yourself in the long run. You got to find ways to beat those guys. Those are sources of infinite money in poker.
Immediate seating with whales. Yeah, sometimes it's like 100 or 200 and it is a good game, but nobody can afford it. That's the key. Just make the game so big that the pros can't play. You know? What do you think, John? I agree. Here's that.
You guys will also see Kirk the Cooler in the box right there. You'll see him at the Meetup game this Sunday. He's gonna be on the other side for a change.
I want me some Kirk chips.
You want some Kirk dollars? Some Kirk bucks? Kirk's a good player. We talk about hands pretty often. I think he'll do okay in the Meetup game. Kevin Thiel says over under 400 runners for the main. I'm going to take over. That's still going to be slightly short of $1 million. So over is what I'm hoping for. It's going to be close, but it's going to be just slightly shy of $1 million. The boss man thinks we'll get $1 million in the prize pool. I don't see how we can't. You know, poker is so good right now. Every tournament series that goes anywhere absolutely crushes. Johnny and I were in South Florida for the biggest WPT ever. You know, followed by another huge event in Vegas that they did. Like, poker's just so good right now. I don't see how we could not get $1 million in the prize pool. What do you guys think? Paul Saxton picking up what I'm putting down says 6 hours. Smash the like button. Andrew Nicholas says 400 times 2,500 is $1 million. I know, Andrew. I know how to do the math, but we have to make money too, man. You got to accumulate a little bit for the rake. Peter in there with the 7-5 suited one time. Peter's going to have to make a move here. Otherwise, he's going to lose 100% of this pot. That's 150 into 325. Now, it looks like it's going to work. Gets through KK with the mystery cards. Peter betting on the scary run out there. Sean Hunter, that's what I'm talking about. Why go for $1 million when you can go for $2 million? We need like, what, 900 players, 1,000 players, something like that to get $2 million in the prize pool? Less than 1,000. What do you think, Johnny Pham? How many players we need in the 2,500 to get $2 million? 900, 950?
Yeah, just about there. Let's see here. We'll do the math.
Mark picking up pocket deuces. Got a whole bunch of KK chips earlier when he flopped bottom set against KK's top two. This time he's going to raise them up and going to get through there with the pocket deuces. Couple of late chat regs tuning in. You guys just missed George. He played for about an hour, and then he decided to rack them up. But it is time for some stats. So far in the game, 40 hands in. Mark still up about 8,500. John O stuck a little over 200 bigs. KK stuck a little bit. Poker Bunny stuck a little bit. Everyone else right around even. Hunter's up 5,300. Okay, Hunter. I told you guys Hunter was a crusher. All of this looks right.
Yeah, we need a little over 1,000 players to reach 2 million.
Ooh, I like it. You heard it here, guys. We get 1K players in the field. We'll hit 2 million in the prize pool.
I think Peter put that 50 out there to fold. You thought he really straddled?
Peter takes one down there with pocket queens. Well, that's half the battle in poker is getting good cards. The other half is getting someone that has cards to play against you. We actually talked about that on the radio show recently, how a lot of times we see these hands. It's different when you can see the other side, and you realize that, like, sometimes a guy just gets hit in the face with the deck, and the other guys don't have anything to call him with. And the first guy, the guy that's getting hit in the head with the deck, is just, like, agonizing over what he could have done differently in the hand to get more value, but the other guy just doesn't have anything, you know? The other guy can't call him. Can't call him with air. But we can only see that when we get to see both hands, you know? When you're in game, it's a little bit different. Poker Bunny yet to really pick up a playable hand. She picked up pocket tens, made quads on a run out, and then she played Jack 5 offsuit.
Thinking it was a couple hooks.
Yeah, that was a. Those are about the only two hands I've seen her play.
I think they're afraid that they will lose.
I think she mucked pocket sixes. No, pocket eights.
Oh no, you're right. She did fold sixes in a 3-bet pot out of position. That spot I'm okay with though. Like I said, that's a pretty standard spot. You don't want to cold call with sixes out of position when you can get squeezed out of the pot.
Yeah, I played in Orange City yesterday, 3 hours.
Alex O says Poker Bunny has a YouTube channel also. I think I did know that.
It feels so free though.
Yeah, Poker Bunny's still stuck a little bit. Like we said, she hasn't very many, haven't had very many playable hands. Top two here for John O. KK picks up a little bit of a straight draw here, as does Peter. They have each other's outs, unfortunately. KK needs the jack. Peter needs the 9. KK gets out of the way, and John O's going to take it down. Top two pair, good. Tahui says you can call a bluff with air. You can. You absolutely can. I've done it. I've seen Johnny Pham do it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to tell you, but that's what George really did. He left.
Kevin Theo says 894 is the 2 million target goal. No, it's going to be higher than that because we have to account for the juice on our end, you know.
But they're not mapped either. Really?
Eric Nierenberg, I'll be playing Saturday till Tuesday. That's the dream life, man. Just put in like a solid 5 days of grinding. Make your money for the month.
Are they going to leave the dividers up there? It's all gone too. Oh, thank God.
KK limping in here with the ace-6 of, I mean the 8-6 of hearts one time. Hunter's going to bump it up, and looks like KK called. I think Kurt thought he folded for a second. KK called. They're going heads up to the flop. Gut shot for KK. Gut shot for Hunter. KK needs an 8. Hunter needs a jack.
And I know nothing about.
KK could try to backdoor some hearts.
KK could catch some running hearts. Hunter's going to go for pot here. Look at KK trying to sting him one time, trying to pick up some equity here on the turn.
And does get some.
There he does. Now he's double gutted, right? He can get there with a 4 or a 7. Is that right? Or a heart. Yeah, you see it right there at the top of the screen. It's got 17 outs. Any heart, any 4, any 7. And it looks like his 8 is still live as well, and his 6. Looks like all of the cards are live for KK. Boom.
Oh, spikes it.
Gets there. Gets the check mark. KK gets the check mark there with the pair of 8s and takes that one down. Hunter forced to fold. Vincent Santillano has an interesting point in the YouTube chat. Says Poker Money is next generation of poker. I can see more players becoming characters at the table, masks, makeup, costumes. Yeah, that's an interesting kind of idea, especially with the crossover between like streaming and gaming and kind of like the personification of these gamers and the way that they cross mediums between video games and poker. I think you could be right, man. I think you're onto something. I never thought about it before, but I think you're right.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, me personally, if I wanted to start my own vlog, because I game also, I would love to wear a Daft Punk helmet on a live game.
Oh, this guy's crazier.
Crazy John here on the button, coming after it with King, Queen of Spades one time. Alex O says she's like a real-life anime character.
She does have a pretty cool tattoo on her right arm there. It's a plus EV with a Pokemon EV character tatted on her right arm there.
Where can I stay out here that's a good area? I don't know the area.
There are like 6 hotels right next to the 2 suites and they're all.
Hunter 4-bet.
Okay,
Ace Jack against John O, King Queen.
I just want to look at Airbnb and see what's out there.
Guys like they give it up.
John says, never mind, just playing. I got King High.
Yeah, so this place called 7 Islands here is really bougie. Like anything north of here and east of Highway 1, you're safe. So like this is Highway 1. Say east of Highway 1.
And north of what?
North of Broward Boulevard.
A couple of junky hands end up in the mug. KK going to put in a raise here from the small blind. Blind versus blind action, 9-6 offsuit. Hunter's going to defend here with the mystery cards. Oh.
Flop King 8-8. Turn 6 of diamonds. Hunter again with the mystery hand. KK's going to check it. Checked by Hunter. Free river card, tray of clubs. Check from KK. Huge overbet from Hunter. He's going to get a KK to risk all of his chips.
It should be ready in like 2 months. Yeah, they said like late.
Again, I want to thank everybody for joining us here on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. If you like our stream, give us a like and follow.
This place is on.
Again, guys, the meetup game for Orange Park is going to be this Sunday at 2 p.m. playing 1-3 normal hold'em with a buy-in of 100 to 500.
They guaranteed before the baby, right? Hope so. She was walking on the treadmill the other day. She was stress on that thing.
Maybe.
I made a bet that my house would get done before Hannah has a baby.
KK deciding if we should hero call here. As they elect to finally fold. And Hunter's going to pick up an additional $500 from that pot.
There's nowhere closer that is like safer houses. You think, in your opinion?
I mean, you could go to like Hollywood Beach, but you got to.
It's still about the same amount of time. It's like 20 minutes.
Right. I'm just telling you what I know.
What you know is a good area. Yeah. Yeah, and they didn't charge me for anything that went up either. A lot of companies are, but
Toby with the mystery hand, going to make it 200 to go.
yes and no. Like
KK again, 9-6 is going to try to look him up. KK playing some very marginal poker here. Flop Jack, 10 Jack.
they're like one of the few companies.
Toby betting 250.
Yeah, they're one of the only companies that are still like just. But I mean, they're huge. You know? Like, they'd rather just not have the bad publicity, you know. I don't know. I might just say that hotel. That was pretty nice last time.
And it's just convenient and close.
Yeah.
Quality control is what one of
Right. Especially for you, because
And Hunter with the 10-6. Poker Bunny with the 6-5 diamonds. Raise from Poker Bunny finally brings in a pot. Gonna 3-bet the 350 and take some dead money down. Just a reminder, guys, our Card Player Poker Tour series starts on June 17th. Check out our website for all tournament details. A couple highlights of the event. Opening event will be a $560 buy-in, Malt MTT. 3 Flights of Fury, playing on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. There's a ladies event in the mix as well. And the main event will start on the 25th with a $2,500 buy-in.
Hunter picking up pocket kings here in late position. Makes it 75 to go. Gets the call from Toby on the button. I'm sorry, Toby makes the 3-bet. Queen 10 offsuit. Toby trying to mix it up with the big stack. Thinks Hunter's been getting a little bit out of line so far in this game, but actually, kind of like what we were talking about, Hunter's just getting hit with the deck. Hunter's going to make it 1,100. Toby's already clicked the check fold box, and those cards go straight in the muck. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys. 10-25, no limit hold'em. Best Bet Live, Friday night action. Dustin Shacklock and Johnny Pham. 2 days away from our 1-3 no limit hold'em meetup game at Orange Park, Florida, where you guys can come and get all the Johnny dollars.
Come and get it. As many as you can. Also, Ally McDeal will be in the field as well.
Ally McDeal in the game.
Also Jordan and Adonis.
I will say this about the pursuit of the elusive Johnny dollar. If you don't get the dollar, he'll at least make the game really fun. You'll have a good time trying to get the Johnny dollars. Same goes for me. If you're at my table, we're going to have fun.
Toby now making pocket kings and Poker Bunny a couple hooks.
This time she got the real thing. She's going to double check, probably triple check.
Maybe quad check.
AJ Trigger in the chat. What's up, buddy? Good luck and good luck at the Bow this weekend.
Yeah, he told me that. He was like, you told me to mess up my order.
Poker Bunny on the button. It's gonna go ahead and put a 4-bet out there.
475 from the 9.
Poker Bunny not running too good so far in this stream. Kind of running into it at every turn. Do you think it's a good or bad to burn up both of your outs on the first run out? It's kind of good because you know you locked up half the pot no matter what, but you almost can't win the second one.
Yeah.
You're still ahead, but you have a big sweat. Toby just with the flat here, getting tricky with King King.
How much is it?
98.
Not sure what's happening here. I don't know. Oh, Toby checks. All right, Toby getting tricky here with pocket kings.
Yeah, I think more of a timing check than anything.
Toby trying to downplay the strength of his hand in this spot. Let's Poker Bunny get after it here for 500 into 1,000. Toby just gonna flat, try to keep her in with all of her hands. Poker Bunny drawing very thin. Seven of clubs doesn't change anything on the turn.
I think this bet hit's gonna go to commit herself.
Yeah, I think she feels like if she doesn't see a scary card on the turn, she's probably going to start trying to play for stacks. Kevin Wall, see you Sunday, buddy. Come get some Dustin dollars. Bryce Evan, are the sign up for the live stream only at the card room? No, if you head over to the website, bestbetjacks.com, hit the drop down menu, you'll see an option for the live stream to request a seat. Poker Bunny goes for 1K into 2K.
I think Toby just might as well just try to get it in here.
I think if you just call here, you can bet the river for stacks. You know what I mean? Toby's so far ahead, almost no river card can change it. I think you just call here, and then you lead right out on the river for max value. Perfect. That's a perfect card. There's 4,000 in the middle. Poker Bunny's got about 2,000 behind. I think Toby could just lead right out for 2,500 or so.
No, Toby checks.
Toby does check. Toby gonna let, maybe Toby thinks that Poker Bunny will put him on spades, and she'll bet. Kevin Walsh, just like the old days, buddy. Poker Bunny in a weird spot here. Toby might be letting her off the hook a little bit by checking. If she checks back, Toby's going to lose a ton of value.
Yeah, feels very flushy in the spot.
Maybe Toby thinks that she has a spade draw and she has to bluff the river. Maybe that's why he checked her. If she has a spade draw, she has to bet the river. Damn it, Cletus says, does not like the check from Toby. Yeah, it's an interesting line. She clicks it back. Gonna get the bat. She gets off the hook. Ooh. Wow, Toby played that one very low key and still got a ton of value from that hand. You think it looks too obvious if he goes check, check, bet there with two kings? Try to keep it deceptive. Go check, check, check. Check, call, check, call, check, call.
I mean, I think in Toby's spot would have got it in on the turn. Or at least put a bet out there on the river. But Poker Bunny does make a good check on the river.
She does check it back. Trying to figure out what hands he could possibly play that way, and then when she sees the 2 kings, it all makes sense. Toby trying to set her up to put in the rest of her chips on the river. Poker Bunny does not fall for it. Toby still wins a big pot there.
Yeah, saves herself 2K. She could have easily lost that.
Yeah,
at
absolutely.
any point on that pot. Toby back-to-back kings.
Wow, is this real life? When does that ever happen in real life? It's probably happened to me 3 times in my whole poker career.
I think I've gone back-to-back kings before.
KK gonna rip it all in with ace-5 offsuit against Toby's pocket kings. Let's gamble one time.
First run out. Safe for
KK,
Toby.
oh yeah, KK in pretty bad shape for the first run out. Ends up with a worse 2 pair. Toby feeling pretty good. 5K in the middle. Wow, top set for Toby. KK almost drawing dead. KK can hit a 4. Can't do it. Toby shows 2 kings, scoops both boards. Is that going to send KK to the rail or to the reload? To the reload spot.
I think in my KK spot, I'm playing. He's not playing very well, to be honest with you.
Kind of
Taking
a wild rip there from KK. Just like mashes it with ace-5 offsuit.
Taking very marginal lines with for stacks.
I mean, I guess it's hard for him to have kings back to back, but he did it. Guess what? It happened.
I think that's what happened last time.
Toby with back-to-back kings. Stacks 1.5 players. Got half of Poker Bunny's chips the first time, and they got all of KK's chips the second time. That bowler is George done for the night. I'm not sure. I heard something about him being kind of tilted over that run out with ace-king, and he snap-racked. He might come back, though. You never know with George. He's wild. This time, Toby opening up pocket 9s here.
He's worried I have kings. I think you're European. I can't believe I have 3.
Hunter with pocket trays. We're going to play a heads-up pot here. Pocket pair versus pocket pair. Man, Toby just flops top boat. No big deal. Easy game. Hunter check calls here on the 9-6-6 flop with 2 trays. This is a bad spot for Hunter because there's not a lot of good turn cards. Even in theory, even a 9 or a 5 double pairs the board and beats you. AJ Trigger says, Biloxi report 5% masks in the casino. I would have taken the under. Table games, max seats reopened. But are they open and available? Or are they at max capacity? Bob says, now Toby on a heater. You think back-to-back kings stack 1.5 players? Bob says, Poker Bunny down over 3K. Yeah, probably somewhere along those lines. Probably pretty close. Jack Tran says, if you play the game long enough, you will see it all. Same can be said for working in the industry. If you work in the industry long enough, you'll see everything. Right, Johnny?
That's correct.
You'll see the weirdest stuff. You'll see things that you wouldn't even believe. If somebody gave me, like, made a movie out of all the things that I was going to see working in the industry, I would have said this is the worst movie ever. It doesn't make sense. None of these things could ever happen. But here we are. Almost a decade later, and they've all happened. Poker Bunny had enough of that seat, looking to get out of that seat and get rid of some of that run bad. Running in some bad spots. This time John O. pocket trays. John O. in the house, that's right. John O. takes that one down.
Play all holders or some PLO?
Play a little PLO.
They just, do they have 5-10 at all? Or?
Not hardly ever. He's setting us up, Peter. He's probably a PLO beast.
I know.
Don't give him any error.
I'm not saying.
I play a little bit of four card, you know.
Once in a while. Flash around.
Poker Bunny on the button here with the King 10 offsuit. She's going to bump it up, make it 75. Chris, I think George hit the rail early. I think he just came in to play a little bit, didn't realize the game was going to be this big, and I think he might have hit the rail early. John O flopping a gutter ball here. King 10, oh, I'm sorry, Poker Bunny with the gut shot here. John O with the best hand. Damn it, Cleus, I agree. The higher you move up in stakes, the more often you'll find that they play short-handed almost to the extreme, even like 3 players sometimes. Poker Bunny leads out with the gut shot. John O makes the call here. The ace-10 offsuit, ace of spades.
We'll make it happen. There's a lot of lazy people here, honestly.
There are actually.
If there's game, they'll come.
Everybody needs to take an out.
Steve says, need the Adam guy from last night. Yeah, I don't know what happened to the Adam guy from last night.
Mandatory Adderall.
Man, yeah, we should have a game where everybody has to take it.
Filthy Squatch, I'm with you. I think it makes more sense to play short-handed. You get to see more hands. Ultimately, you can make more money.
People might be grinding their teeth.
You pay the same amount of rake, you just get more hands. And you can play a little bit wider range, makes the game a little more juicy. I think there's a lot of pros to playing short-handed in a time rate game. I think that's why you see it more often.
Like the day you lost it off 20K to George. What do you call it?
Thanks for tuning in, guys. Let's take a quick look at some stats so far. 55 hands into the game. Mark up the most. Poker Bunny stuck a bunch. John O getting a little more stuck, digging that hole a little bit deeper. Hunter up 200 bigs. Anytime you can sit down and win 200 bigs in the game, it's a success. Jimbo says, how much is Poker Bunny down? I think right around the 3K mark. It looks like she's going to change seats, though, and try to shake that run bad. Snake Bright says, short-handed is so much better. I couldn't agree more. I like playing short-handed, and I feel like everyone else never wants to play short-handed. You can play more hands, man, and what do you know, playing more hands is what's fun about poker.
You're 6'8", man. What's the height?
Oversized table.
You got a big wingspan.
That's true, that's true.
Filthy Squash says we had 6 max at the casino for a while, and it was wild. I believe that. Hunter with the ace, jack offsuit. Going to make it 75 to go. Toby with the mystery cards.
Like Cody, you're going to scan your cards under this stream?
You didn't pay the premium?
His cards are still here.
That's their live premium.
I'm like, I mean,
Nick from Yuma says everyone in the chat is excited about the seat change. I had a feeling tonight was going to go like that. Sean says now we got a game. Looks like the general consensus is everyone always says they love shorthanded, but every game that I'm ever in, as soon as they get 5-handed, somebody wants to break.
Yeah, I just went out there just to check to see if they would want to try to get more players and move it down to 5-10, but they actually prefer playing 6-handed 10-1/4.
So you offered them to drop the stakes in an attempt to get more people in the game, and they said, no, we want to play 10-1/4?
Well, yeah, but just in case, we lost another player, I feel like the game might break in that spot, so I just want to make sure to give them the option of making a 5-10, so maybe they can pick up some more players that would rather play 5-10 and wouldn't play 10 and a quarter.
Absolutely.
But these guys are true grinders. They would rather play 6-10 to 10 and a quarter.
Man, that's what we were just talking about in the chat. You pay less rake, you get to play more hands. Like, well, you pay the same rake, but you get to play more hands. You can make more money. You know, you're Peter. You just get pocket kings in the hijack. No big deal. Who doesn't like that spot?
Okay.
Unfortunately, can't get any action. Hunter says, okay, I see you. I see you there.
I was trying to get into a home game.
John Guerreri says, Poker Bunny is my kind of woman. Okay.
Something like that, yeah.
R.L. Stanton says, Nits don't like shorthanded. Hey, surprisingly, the majority of the player pool doesn't like shorthanded play.
Very close.
I don't know why.
You gotta get inside the 9 of 100. If you want to be able to beat 100, you gotta get inside the 9.
Peter opening up pocket 10s under the gun. John makes a call with 2 8s. Poker Bunny gets out of the way. Can't really get many playable hands for her. Nobody with an ace in the field. Peter's 2-10 still in the lead here. Wow, Jono come from behind, pocket 8s. Binks the set right on the turn. Toby gonna bet the diamond draw. Let's see a big one between Jono and Toby. Jono putting in the raise. Don't know if it's going to work. Lochko says 10 on the river. Wow, Toby gets it, lets it go. Diamond draw in the muck. Big 3-bet from Jono. Takes that one down. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out with us. We got to pound it today because it's only 2 days away. So if you haven't heard,
The Meetup game here on Sunday. Starts at 2. Playing 1-3 normal hold'em.
come hang out with us. It's literally like getting paid to hang out with us, right?
Also true.
There'll be food. There'll be drinks. There'll be swag. There'll be splashy games. This time, Poker Bunny finally gets a hand. We've been waiting all night. She finally gets pocket kings.
What was the other book that Henry recommended you? So far, that one is really good.
Jono says, no, I was just playing. I got 10 high.
A dominant character by Samantha Submarine.
Oh, wow. Jono's going to make the call here with 10-6 suited. We're going to go heads up to the flop.
Some guy that was,
But very, very famous geneticist, JBS Haldane.
Oh, what a flop sweat. Where's the graphics?
One of the smartest people I've ever lived. Probably.
Man, always an ace on the board when you have 2 kings.
did you listen to that one as well?
Yeah. Really interesting one.
I really like the guy's voice who's doing the World War II one.
I know.
Jono with the snap fold. He might have folded before she got her chips out there.
Like, I can't tilt off my stack if I listen to that.
That's so big for the audiobooks. Like, sometimes you get one.
Don't forget, guys, Card Player Poker Tour satellites start next week. Trying to get 2 mil in the main, like we said earlier.
When I'm driving long distance,
We've got a pretty great ladder program. You can literally free roll your way from a high hand all the way into the main event. It's pretty incredible. I've seen it happen multiple times, right, Johnny?
Absolutely. We try to get at least 100 players settled into the main, and usually they're all locals.
What? How does she understand? No, she doesn't listen. I'm like, she's in the passenger seat. watching like
Trying to talk to him.
Yeah, she's trying to talk to
Alex says Poker Bunny back to 5K. Yeah, she had to top off.
she's like burning all her cell phone data watching.
Lost a big one. Toby downplayed Kings. She walked right into it.
Oh my God, honey! We need to get an exotic short hair.
John O making the call, just a call out of position with Ace Queen offsuit against Mark's Queen 9.
When I take down a WPT,
Gets the best flop. Mark's gonna c-bet here.
Yeah, usually Angel usually falls asleep at some point. Like she doesn't listen to Greg.
Christy said, what happened to the Beard Man in seat 8? I'm not really sure what happened to George. Something about losing a pot, getting on tilt, and just leaving the game, never coming back. I don't know the full story. I wasn't able to get the full story.
Not really a dictator, like I mean, kind of, but they're running out of dictators. So.
Carlos says 200 bigs is plenty, especially in this game. 200 big blinds is plenty.
History of
And there's a lot of money on the table. As you can see, like where Poker Bunny's sitting, everyone around her just has like a huge stack. That's always a good feeling. When you, even if you're stuck in the game, you could just look around and see stacks all around you.
and like, I think some British movies are really good, really funny, and I want her to enjoy with me.
Peter gonna open up King Queen offsuit on the button.
Like we'll have subtitles on the whole time.
This one's gonna get through.
Subtitles and I still don't understand what they're
We're
saying.
gonna pick up a quick 35 bucks. We are six-handed. Looks like we got through the list. I thought KK might be going to the ATM and might come back in and get in the game, but he hasn't made it back quite yet. I don't know what happened to KK. Might have lost KK. Definitely lost George. Yeah, George did buy in for 30K, and he couldn't have been stuck that much. There weren't any like massive coolers or anything. Damn it, Cletus, I don't know, man. I'm just telling you what I heard. I don't understand it either, but that was what I was able to decipher from the table when I went out there. Toby's gonna open up the King Jack suited one time.
The answer to your question is, I think with that hand with George, I think she misread the bet and thought that the 5K was just a call and not an all-in. So I think that was her main reasoning of why she misinterpreted the action.
I had rabbit in Cuba before. It was very weird. Like I would never think it was rabbit. It was like in like a sweet like raspberry sauce, like an appetizer. It was weird. It looked like
British cuisine.
it looked like chicken salad, but it was rabbit. Really weird.
Well, yeah, you just shouldn't eat it, man. I mean, they have more parasites than anything except for like armadillos.
What, rabbit?
Yeah. Like that's why they always say it's stew because you have to boil it forever, for hours to kill all the shit inside of it.
Yeah, just started this year's Naked and Afraid XL. And there's a guy on there that
Snake White says 10-10 is a good call anyway. Yeah, especially against George. I think it just took her a while to figure it out because she's never played with George. But against like a normal situation with George, 10-10 right there should be a snap call. Cyber Empire, come get in the game right now. There's literally 2 seats. Come get in the game right now.
Never been consumed by a human. Any human has never tried one.
Yeah, we have about 3 hours left of streaming.
People eat everything.
If you're in and around Jacksonville, you can get to the game about inside of 25 minutes.
Hey, this is a PG-13 stream, alright? Come on now.
Cyber Empire, we are located in Jacksonville, Florida. And we are the
Something that is so weird. There's
best
no
bet poker room.
Let's try it. You know?
Best Bet Poker Room, Jacksonville, Florida. Mark with a gutter ball here to the 5 for 6 high straight.
I was like, how hungry did those sailors need to be that they pulled that up and they were so desperate they're like, let's fire it up.
Robert George racked up early, called it an early night, and left the game. I don't know if he's playing anywhere else in the room, but he gone.
Place where they actually bring you
Ooh, damn it, Cletus, good point.
where it's like, yeah, we're still moving around.
The Cyber Empire, we stream every Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays.
This is why I can't.
And sometimes on Sundays when we have major events, we'll live stream the final table of these tournaments.
Meat and potatoes that they
So regular schedule again, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Starts at 7 to about 11.
We do have 1 week this month where we're going to have 5 streams in the same week. We're going to stream 2 final tables and 3 live cash games. It's going to be a big week. It's going to be the 3rd week in June. We're going to stream 5 out of 7 nights. How huge is that? Offside games. Here we go. Tilt and poker can come from mini actions or action. If you're not feeling poker, don't play. Played pretty bad in PLO, took the loss, and go again tomorrow. Yeah, that's fair. Sometimes you just sit down, you just play bad, man. It just happens. And, like, I don't know if the same is true for you guys, but my C game and my A game are light years apart. And if I'm playing my C game, you know, I'm better off just sitting at home watching Netflix. Cyber Empire, come on, man. We got we're gonna have another series this summer.
And also, guys, our live stream schedule for the month of July just came out, and we are accepting applications to play in any one of our live stream cash games. So if you want to try to lock yourself a seat, do it now by hitting up our website, hit up our live streams tab, and get yourself a seat.
Certain parts of it look like pretty, like a filet of fish.
That's right, guys. Hit the drop-down menu, hit the request a seat button, and come get in the game. Okay, I'm watching the stream in real time over here. It looks like we might be picking up a player, so the delay is going to catch up. We will be 7-headed. Gut shot here for John O. John versus Hunter, going to get after it. Hunter's going to make the call here. Pretty inconsequential card. Hunter still in the lead, got 80% of the equity. John O going to keep piling that gut shot. Hunter's got the queen. John needs one of the queens. Austin Ball says, buy me in, I'll come play. That's cool, I'll buy you in, but I'm going to take 150% of the profits. How's that split?
Or you can come up to the meetup game and get our buy-ins from us that way.
Yeah, you can come run it up in the meetup game.
Oh yeah, her mom was eating that. They got some at the market.
Looks like it goes check, check on the river. Hunter's got more showdown value than John with the ace queen. Going to pick up the pot. Here's Johnny Pham trying to sell these guys on the 5-10 game, and they said no thanks. Let's keep playing 10 1/4. We're fine. We're having fun.
Yeah, that's what I like. You know, I just came out there just in case to give them options that they wanted more players to the table, but they were.
I mean, only if the game's actually gonna break. Like for now, I prefer to.
Yeah, it sounds like everyone's cool. Everyone likes playing 6-handed. More hands per hour, more money. Let's crush.
Yeah, that's my type of players.
You know, and if you've ever played live poker, man, like sometimes there just is a lull in the game, but like the game ebbs and it flows and it comes in swings. You know, you might see like crazy action followed by an hour of, you know, raise and take it, raise and take it, raise and take it. And then you might see Hunter 3-bet with mystery cards. You know, we're 6-handed. Let's get wild. Mark's going to call the 3-bet here, out of position with 10-8 suited. Ooh, Hunter's got big slick. He just put it back in the box, and we're going heads up to the flop. Wow. Mark just flops the straight. Hunter basically drawing dead, needs running queen 10. Is the only way he can win the hand. Neither player with a spade. I think the monotone flop might keep this pot kind of small. Hunter did pick up one of those turn cards. It's going to give him a little bit of equity. Still only drawing to 7%. Need one of the remaining 3 10s. Going to get out of the way. Mark just flopping the straight here. Easy, easy game. I think she's just on the bottom end of card distribution today, guys. I've seen her play. She's played a lot with Johnny Fan. Like, you know, she knows what she's doing. She's not just like an uber nit. She just not getting any cards. Sometimes you just can't play Jack 4 suited. She tried to play Jack 5 suited, but you can't. Like, some hands you just can't play, man. They're supposed to go in the muck. It's just how it works. Filthy Squatch says 25 VPIP looks like 10 some days. Sure, that's fair. Bob, a 10 on the river would have been pretty sick. Hunter fortunately got out of the way. Peter opening up the Queen Jack suited from the button one time. Gets through John O. Oh, I'm sorry, Hunter opened this hand. Peter just called on the button with Queen Jack suited. Just flops top pair. Mark flops the open ender. Let's play for stacks. Let's get stacks in the middle. Charles says Poker Bunny is just a normal staked player, not playing with her own money. That's really common, especially when you start playing in bigger games. Like, it's not, that happens all the time.
Yeah, definitely it's good getting staked in the higher limit games. Gives you a little more access.
Yeah, the higher you go in stakes, the more staking becomes a real thing, just because it's just so much exposure to yourself, you know. Guy Turner, I don't know anything about the Bow opening more tables. I know that somebody said they had their table games had all the seats or something like that. Cannot confirm. Andrew Nicholas says nothing wrong with being staked. Yeah, absolutely. It helps mitigate the exposure, for sure. Peter's going to get the check mark here as he makes 3 pair. Mark trying to sting him with the open ender. Can't do it. Check mark for Peter. 1,200 in the middle. Is Mark going to check, give up, or is he going to go for it? Oh, got to go for it. I like it. Gets the purple chip. Looks like Mark goes for about 75% here. Peter makes the call, and he's going to be super good. He says, oh, 4 high? I can beat that. Mark kind of lands in a weird spot there on the river. Can't really give up. Has to bet. Peter knows that as well, so he makes the call.
Ryan asked your question to how time rate games work instead of like a normal rate game where a rake is taken after every hand. In a time rate game, time is taken after every 30 minutes. Depending on how big the game is, the price increases. And every player just puts in this case, $9. Or they can gamble for it.
Nowhere for me to go, man.
Poker Bunny gonna raise it to a hundy. Queen 10 suited.
No, I just imagine. No, she definitely hasn't told me about that, but I imagine your Gmail is like immaculate.
And once again, she just gets out-flopped. She can't catch a break so far in this stream.
Yeah, would you freak out? I logged into Alice's.
Filthy Squatch, that's what we've been saying. Time rake 6 max is the nuts, man. It doesn't get better than that. You get more hands out, you get to make more money, and you pay the same amount of rake. And when it gets to 5-handed, we even give you a rake discount on the time rake.
Oh my gosh, she's a whale.
Okay, Poker Bunny. Pick up a club draw here on the turn.
Yeah, I mean the folder in QuickBooks for clothing and accessories is press that button that auto adds everything, I'm just like,
You guys are like the complete
like-
opposite.
I'm so lucky that she's good at poker because if she wasn't winning enough to pay for all of this expensive
The
stuff,
425 bet on the turn when we pick up the club draw.
the money that I make is serious money, right? The money she makes is we just blast it all off.
Fun money.
Yeah.
You hear this, Alex?
Angel told me the audio is like super good on the stream tonight. Like, you can
Mark's
hear
gonna
the
make the
players,
call here.
Perfectly.
Yeah, the Twitch people can be my marriage counselors,
Oh man,
you know?
Like Alex is gonna understand anything.
pretty interested to see what Poker Bunny's gonna do here with this river card. She might just check it back and take her showdown value. I don't think Mark's gonna let her get there though. Mark goes very small, bets 250 into 1200.
It's more of a blocking bet.
It's a little bit of a blocking bet. Let's see if Poker Bunny can pick up on it, maybe punish him. Try to rep a bigger ace, maybe a two-pair hand like ace-9 or ace-queen.
How much for an hour crash course on organizational systems?
I could sell that honestly. Like if I went on YouTube and I'd make videos, nonsense videos like.
Yeah, that's kind of a bad card for Poker Bunny. It's a good bet out of Mark if she has her exact hand, but I think there's a lot of hands that she can really punish him with. I think she could punish him here a lot and rep a lot of different hands is what I'm trying to say. Unfortunately, she's just getting too good of a price. She does pay him off. Mark with the weak ace, going to take that one down.
What am I doing with
Frogman, yeah, we'll drop those stats here in a minute. We'll drop them down for you. They might switch up a little bit after Mark just played those two hands.
You gotta get
Well, no, it's not an issue right now, but.
you gotta get June Drive Premium though. It's $100.
Toby, again, for the third time, Pocket Kings going to raise it to 75.
The third time in about 15 hands he's had Pocket Kings.
Right? Like, how is that much?
John 03 bet, 2 in the queue.
Oops.
It's like trash money.
With the mystery hand,
Yeah, once you get a couple thousand.
maybe
like,
noobs.
I'm not going through that, and then next thing you know, you have 60,000.
Exactly.
Right.
Toby trying to figure out the best line to take now with Pocket Kings.
Yeah, the last line that he took with Poker Bunny and Pocket Kings with the 3 bet was check calling the whole way.
Oh, dude, I saw that thing in this guy.
Looks like a 4 bet.
YouTube video I was watching.
Toby's going to put in the 4 bet. I really wish I could see Jono's hand. Jono in position.
But I'm like, is this a legit site? 'Cause I don't want to.
I think Jono did add on. Looks like he's got about 8K in front of him now. I haven't really seen him win any big pots.
Exactly. I'm like, I don't want to go to the site where.
Both players very deep. Jono's going to let it go.
It's so quick.
It tells you all these things that you're subscribed to, all the sites and all the things.
Yeah, and it can
Jono lets that one go. We'll never know what it was.
delete all of them from your inbox.
Mystery cards in the muck.
Get it right now.
Yeah, you just do it. I think just buy a phone and more gigs.
Most of us don't get that kind of money.
Jono opening up the 5-4 diamonds one time in late position. Gets through Mark. Poker Bunny on the button. Gets out of the way with Queen 10 off. This one's going to get through. 5-4 diamonds good. Jono takes down the pot. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys. Myself, Dustin Shacklock, and my main man, Johnny Pham, in the booth. Friday night poker action. High stakes cash game. We've been pushing some pots around. The size of the game shrank incrementally when George racked up. He took 30K-ish off the table.
I do like the 6-handed though. We're getting a lot more hands
I like 6-handed too.
per hour.
You're right. We are getting to see more hands.
Yeah, they got a bunch of apps in there that tell you what to win, you know, what kind.
This time, Jono opening up the queen deuce suited. Jono really taking advantage of being 6-handed here. Playing a lot more hands. Sean says, what was the over-under tonight? It was like 36,500, I think. But to be fair, that was still when George was in the game with a medium-sized house down payment. You guys are watching on YouTube or Twitch or Facebook even. Make sure to smash those like buttons as we take a quick look at the stats. 71 hands into tonight's game. Wow, Poker Bunny got some of it back. Oh, she changed seats. That's why. She is still stuck.
The stats are going to be incorrect because she changed seats. So
yeah.
she's roughly stuck 3,900.
Yeah, so unfortunately, the software that we use, the tracking software, it keeps track of the seats instead of the players. So the software doesn't know which player is in which seat. So whenever a player switches seats, they can't account for what they previously were in the game for, which is unfortunate. But we know she was stuck about 3K before the seat change, stuck another 9 afterwards. Not a super fun day for Poker Bunny. Brian Bernalis, that's a really good question. I think the answer is no, but I'm never going to ask him because I want to believe the answer is yes. Brian Bernalis says, does George buy in for 30K because of rounders? 3 stacks of high society? I'm never going to ask him because I always want to believe the answer is yes. Easy top pair for Peter on a pretty dry board. Queen, tray, 5.
I'm used to the Vegas cards where you can see the entire figures, and it turned out one of them was a 5. And then after a 3-bet, I looked at my cards and I was like, what? I've never made that mistake.
She was trying to get it in with Jack 5.
We got a newcomer in the game. Haven't seen this player at all.
Ooh, comes in with the weekend wallet. Comes in with the knot. He got that Johnny Pham money. If you guys are wondering what Johnny Pham's bringing to the 1-3 meetup game, it's going to look something like that. All right, we picked up a new player here in the 8 seat. Let's do it. It's Friday night. The guy looked like he just wandered over. Like, what game is this? 10 1/4? Sure, I'll play that.
Hello, hello.
Sometimes that happens, man. You never know what's going to happen on a Friday night in a card room.
You guys have non-dairy milk? Do you have non-dairy milk?
Willis is Hunter the bank. I think he just had some extra chips in his pocket, so bought the guy into the game. Keep things moving. I don't know what you guys are talking about in the YouTube chat, but you guys are deep on some fraud stuff, man. I don't know what's happening over there. I'm intrigued, but I don't know the story.
I feel like YouTube chat gets political really fast.
No, I don't think they're on the politics tonight. I think they're on some kind of story in the poker scene. I've been trying to keep up with it. I can't. Some kind of staking fraud issue, maybe. I'm not super sure. Sounds juicy, though. Mark picking up ace-8 suited on the button. Makes it 75 to go. Oh, yeah, gets through Poker Bunny. Hunter's looking down at the king-queen suited. Oh, Hunter makes the 3-bet. Thinks Mark's just trying to take advantage. Mark in the lead here. Jack 9-9. Hunter with the C-bet follow-up, and it works. Mark folds the best hand. I told you guys, man, Hunter's a wizard at this game. Him and I have talked a lot about poker, and he just thinks about the game on a whole nother level. It's pretty sick. Okay, Bob, I don't watch a lot of TCH. Maybe I've seen the name once or twice, but sounds interesting. I'll read more about it. I got a lot of friends that play out there. Sean Hunter, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Keep your foot on the gas until they fold. Major E. Tilton swinging through the chat. What's up, Camplo? Where you at? Seat open.
I think they're going to pick up the Jack 10 suited.
Hunter with the second 3-bet in 2 hands here. Makes it 350 to go. Jack 10 suited out of the small blind. Just keeping the pressure on Mark. Hunter catches a piece with some backdoor equity, as does Mark. Both players going to take a turn. Wow, that's kind of a good card for both players. Hunter picks up the open ender. Mark makes the pair. A little bit of a river sweat. Looks like a red ace here on the river. Going to give Hunter the best hand. Hard to put anybody on King 10 when they checked all the way down. Hunter's going to show 1 pair, scoop the pot. Easy game. I got to give a quick plug to my meetup game. I want to see all you guys there. Johnny Fam's going to be on the felt, just dusting it off.
One way or another. Also, Allie McDeal, Jordan, and Adonis are going to be in the game. I think Kirk's going to play too.
Kirk's going to come play. You see Kirk right there dealing. We're going to get a chance to see him on the other side of the felt for once.
Yeah, so if you ever got a bad beat from Kirk, this is when we're going to get it back.
Yeah, this is now's your chance.
They got to send an inspector afterwards.
They sent someone.
Eric Nierenberg, reckless player, got pinched for federal prosecution. Whoops. Whoops. Toby picking up aces now. Already had kings 3 times. Now he's got aces. Ken, new player to the game, picking up Jack 10 suited.
Sometimes I said more than one because
He's going to get out of the way. Poker Bunny, man, she can't catch a break.
I was trying to buy this house in, where was it?
Toby in the hot seat, picking up aces, kings, kings, kings.
No, because they have huge,
Yeah, it looks like Poker Bunny trying to mix it up, throw a few more hands into her opening range, and she just gets punished as Toby wakes up with aces.
inspector go in there, he's insane.
She just can't catch a break. Huh, Johnny?
Yeah, it's still early though. I think she's still trying to get acclimated. I think she's kind of settled down now, being a little more comfortable playing the stream.
He's like, there's nothing wrong with the house except for the pool. There's a crack in the pool that I've never seen.
Jono opening up the ace-jack offsuit one time under the gun.
You just had another inspector out there, so I spent
New guy Ken, haven't really seen him play a hand yet. He's going to play Queen 9 of diamonds out of the small blind, and that's going to give Pete a good price to continue out of the big. 300 in the middle, 3 players to the flop. Let's get it. Peter gets priced in to this hand, flops the open ender.
Jono
Jono going to pick up top here.
175.
Jono just with the smooth call here. Ace-jack offsuit. Looks like, I'm assuming Peter bricked the river as he snap checks. Jono picks up top 2. Peter folds before John can even get his money in the middle. That's always a good feeling. No sweat.
next hand.
Next hand. Pat Tyner in the Facebook chat. What's up? See you Sunday at the meetup game. 1-3 no limit hold'em.
There's something weird with this pool. You just to be safe, spend another $300 and help my buddy from Miami take a look at it, right? So I'm like, okay, these guys are scamming me. So I pay him $300 to go out there, and he's like,
If you guys are in the area, feel like splashing around tonight, we got a bunch of games going. We have 6 2-5s and 13 2-2 no limit hold'em tables happening right now at Best Bet Jacks.
I'm like, what you're gonna do is scan your.
Not to mention some 5-5 PLO.
So he's like, yeah.
2 tables of 5-5 PLO, a 1-2 PLO high game that doesn't run very often.
So
Got some big O tables, some 2-4 limit, and of course, the high stakes 10 1/4 game on the live stream table. Oh, did my man Ken just 4-bet? Oh no, he just called here with 2 7s on the button. Jono, let's go with an ace-10 off. So Hunter opens the mystery hand. Toby 3-bets the ace-queen offsuit. Ken flats, and Hunter gets to close the action. So Ken misses. Hunter could have some kings in his hand. Toby can have a lot more kings. Toby gonna keep the story alive here. Bets looks like 350. Ooh, Ken's not gonna let him get away with it. Gonna call him there with 2 7s.
Toby spikes the queen here on the turn.
That's how it always goes. Make a good call on the flop, get punished on the turn. Pretty standard.
I'll do whatever I want. And he's scanning. He goes back to me. He goes, there's this sinkhole under the.
Something happened out in the rest of the room out there. Maybe a last-minute high hand.
And I go, no way. And he shows me the thing, with all the ultra.
I know the 30K bad beat got hit recently.
Yeah, that got hit on
Monday?
Monday.
Tuesday?
And then, so then later they find out that.
Toby makes the call here. Jack of clubs on the river.
His water bill's insane because he's been.
John O would have got there with the ace-10 offsuit that he put in the muck. Toby gets the check mark. That's pretty frustrating if you're Ken. Like I said, make a good call on the flop, get punished on the turn, only to get the bad news on the river at showdown. Thanks for hanging out with us, guys. You guys have been awesome. All the chat regs, you guys are always cool. Myself and Johnny Fan, we do this for you.
Again, this is the people stream, so
that's right.
We love interacting with you all in the chat box there. I feel like you guys make half of the show, most definitely.
Yeah, my stream days are my favorite part of the night, or of the week.
Uh-oh. Looks like we lost some video, guys. We're going to stay tuned. We're going to try to check on with this. Be right back.
Weird, very strange. We lost the video feed, but not the graphic feed. So that's a new one. Yeah, this is. I've never seen it do this before. Hunter, we still got the graphics, just no video. This is very weird. Yeah, I see it too on my end.
Yeah, I told him, I'm like, you either take the 4K off or not do it. Let me compare.
All right, guys, give us just a second. We're going to address this camera issue. In the meantime, just enjoy some black screen with some graphics.
flop. You got everything done. What are you gonna do?
Raise to 75. Follow that. Simple. Two bets. Results.
How long you guys been playing? Since 7? Yeah. 7? Yeah.
3 players. Your check. 150. This one raised to 5.
Yeah, not the beach. No, not the beach. It's 2 blocks away. But I guess to be fair, for like, I guess like a total like 2.5.
The last 2 months aren't that hot. Now it's kind of like,
I've only been there for like less than 5 months.
Yeah,
For
for
2
September.
weeks, like I would be able to walk. And
oh really? Yeah, it's like,
then all the kids.
Raised to 100, seat 9.
you're renting?
All right, guys, we're going to have to do a quick reset here. We'll be back live with you in about 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.